You're the people who vote them in or out of office. And so that's why we're urging everybody to go talk to your own state rep or your own senator, because you're the people who they most want to hear from. It's important to realize a couple things. You may not speak to the senator or representative themselves. You may speak to some of their staff instead. They're very busy. They're on the floor. They're in debate or whatever. But it's very effective to also talk to the office staff, share your concerns, and let them know, you are here. Now, the handouts that we put one of each handout in your packet, but again, we have stacks of those, so you should take several of those so you can leave handouts on the various bills with the office when you leave, and that will get to the senator or representative even if you didn't speak to them directly.
So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. Good morning. It's time to wake up. The sun is not shining, but it is raining, and raining is barakah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So wake up, be lively. We don't want you to go into these meetings being dull, being sleepy. We want you to go into these meetings smiling and being ready to take on the day. John Chastam is a fantastic person from the ACLU, and he's got a wonderful personality. He's very educated. Sister, don't press that button. I don't know who's doing it, but one of you, I know it, don't press that button. I hear it. So, important. What are you talking about? In a minute, you're going to get into groups, and in these groups, you're going to go and you're going to meet your elected officials. And when you meet your elected officials, you have a message to tell them. You have something you're talking to them about. You're not there to talk about the weather. You're not there to talk about, I don't know, biryani or makaluba or whatever it is you guys eat. You are here to talk about very important issues that are affecting Missouri. The issues that you're talking about today are, number one, the anti-Sharia legislation. This is the third year. The third year they tried to introduce anti-Sharia legislation. You're thinking if you play baseball, 3 strikes are out. So inshallah, this year when we stop it again, hopefully they'll never bring it up after this. So that's the first thing you're talking about, is what is Sharia, how does it apply to your life, and how it works. What is Sharia, actually? Can somebody give me a 10-second thing, what is Sharia, right now? Yes?
Sharia is just a set of laws that control the people's life and organize it just like any other law in this world.
I see.
And it basically coming from Islamic teachings from the Quran and the Sunnah.
That's so beautiful. So he said that Sharia is a set of laws that govern any society like it governs our society. That's true. Sharia is also beyond that. Sharia is everything in Islam. The belief in God is a part of your Sharia. Praying is a part of your Sharia. Wearing the hijab is also part of Sharia. And the law is one aspect of Sharia itself. So when you speak about Sharia, you have to speak about it in the broad sense as well as the legal sense as well. Another issue, yes?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Mustafa, and I think a good comparison to draw on Sharia is to say it is very similar to when a Christian interprets the Bible for any principles that they're looking for on how to live their life. And so there's really not much difference substantively between Islamic law and Christian law. So that might be a comparison that you can draw for them.
And again, you have the handout in your folder that talks about that particular law. Number 2 is drone surveillance, and these are, of course, those machines that are flying around. Our issue with drones, as John mentioned, is that drones can basically surveil people, watch people, look and spy on you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without any limit. So there's this piece of legislation, HB 46, which we're trying to get passed in order to put restrictions on the use of drones. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is, of course, stop indefinite detention without trial, which is that I think last year, the year before that, is when they made a law that allowed the U.S. government to arrest and detain anybody in jail without trial forever. And obviously there are some issues with that, right? Nobody wants to go to jail forever, do they, without trial? Right. So this is the third part, is that we're trying to stop this from happening, and that's in HB 57. So whenever you're talking to a representative, if you forget what to talk about, just look at these. They have the issues there, and then you can use that to refresh yourself. So basically, I think that's the summary what we'll be doing. And I think pretty soon we should be doing the press conference, if there's anybody coming, of course.
So in summary here, can we say please vote for House Bill 67, please vote for House Bill 46, and please vote against Senate Bill?
And then I just got from Steve, our lobbyist, I got an important announcement. The Sharia bill actually came up on the floor of the Senate last night. I didn't hear about it because they were there till 11 o'clock last night debating it. So our filibuster was successful. We kept them up till 11 o'clock, and they eventually decided to pull the bill from the floor. So that doesn't mean that it's dead. They put it back on what they call the informal calendar, and it sits there. They can bring it up again at any time. So but I think they got a sense that it, was not going to be successful. But we still have to be vigilant. It's still important to talk to your senators about the bill. But we had a victory last night, and Steve didn't give me all the names, but we had a larger number of people supporting us and supporting the filibuster than we expected. So if you're talking to your senators, ask them if they were part of the filibuster, and please give them some credit for that if they were.
Should we get set up for the press
Is
conference?
it Senate Bill 267, right?
Yeah, so 267. Yeah.
All right. We'll take a little break. We'll get set up for the press conference. We'll do that, and then we'll go for the. Oh, Mustafa.
I would just, I want to emphasize the storytelling and the personal relationship building. That this is an opportunity not just to talk about issues, but for them to get to know you as people. And you can extend an invitation to the staff person that you're talking to, or to the representative or senator, to come to your mosque or to come to your neighborhood, however you want to invite them. In the future, this is an opportunity to build a relationship with them, and not just to talk to them about an issue.